G'day good people, it's time to show some of the entrants for the boat giveaway. That's right, remember, I'm giving away freedom. So, now, because there's a whole bunch of them, I've sort of parceled them up into heats. And so all I'm asking you to do is watch these group of videos. I think I'm going to have 4, 5 or 6 in this episode. And just tell me in the comments, which do you think, only one, should advance to the final. Now, there is a number of videos by a guy called Troopy, who you might think is trying to hog the limelight, but no, he's not. I actually asked him to do extra videos just to, you know, add a bit of comic relief, actually to dilute the intense video entries about people wanting freedom. So good on you, Troopy. Thanks for that. He is still in the running, so if you think he's, you know, got what it takes to look after freedom, then vote for him. Good on you, Troopy. Thanks for that. But good on everyone for actually putting in entries and putting a lot of thought into it. And I wish you the best of luck. So without further ado, here we go.
Hi, I'm Marisa Tombson.
And I'm Brett Triano. Here's our video.
We were both traveling separately when we met in Washington. We made some friends with an old sailboat and helped repair their teak decks. For 3 months we worked on that boat until we sold Marisa's van and hopped in mine and headed down the coast. We traveled for a year and got down to $300 when we decided it's time to get a job.
We landed in Dillon, Colorado, where Brett worked at a marina and I worked at a coffee shop. Since we had such a great time working on the boat in Washington, we bought our own boat here in Colorado and learned to sail on this lake. This boat was a great stepping stone, but we had dreams of the ocean. So we started saving. A year after buying that first boat, we just sold it, and we've saved $30,000 to head to the coast and start sailing.
That was our last big thing we had to get rid of before we could move. Our boat's gone. We are planning to buy an old boat, fix it up a bit, and start practicing. Our goal is to cross the Atlantic by going up the east coast of North America, then to Greenland, Iceland, and on to Norway. We want to explore and see different cultures, all while recording it for YouTube.
This has been our plan for a year. We have just finished selling everything, and on April 30th is our last day of work. May 1st, we will set our sights for the east coast of the United States to start our boat hunt, unless you give us a call.
Winning freedom wouldn't be the end goal, but the start to our adventure. We know the boat is not perfect and we may need to work on it, but we're ready for it. I'm not afraid of projects or learning new skills, and neither is Marisa. This is my van. She is beautiful. I put the roof on myself in the middle of winter here in Colorado. It didn't quite fit, so I had to cut the topper apart and fiberglass it back together.
Seeing you give away your boat is so awesome that it inspired us. We decided that if we win, we will give our van for free to start someone else on their own adventure as a way to pay it forward.
We are handy people with a can-do attitude. We believe that hard things are worth it, and we are ready for a challenge. We believe that luck is the intersection of opportunity and preparation. We have done the preparation, and you have presented an opportunity. Thank you for your consideration and making us the luckiest people ever.
Howdy. Thanks so much for watching. Just wanted to pop in at the end and say a few extra things.
It's difficult to condense so much information into such a short video, but we hope our capabilities were noticed and our adventurous spirit.
And one thing we just wanted to clarify is that freedom is the type of boat that we're already looking for. We want a skeg hung rudder. We want either a boat with a full keel or a fin keel. We want a cutter rig. And if any of those boats came with a wind vane and a nice anchor, those are just bonuses.
We're not just trying to win any free boat. We're really interested in this boat because this is a boat we would seriously consider buying if we saw it on the market.
Yeah, so thanks again for watching, and
consider us.
Yeah.
Well, Plucky, I'm not as well spoken as you are, so I'm going to give it a wing, and of course I have some notes here. I know you said take your time, make sure you get it right, but I'm just not like that. Look, I have your shirt on. props, right? As one of your faithful subscribers in the Patreon, it should be an easy choice for the people, right? I mean, I have no down and out story to give. Things have happened and I've adapted. But just in case it helps, I got in lots of trouble in the military because I was always bucking the system or protesting or doing things that you shouldn't do when you work for somebody else. I went through a really nasty divorce and it cost me quite a bit of money and time. And I'm still fighting from within the system as a union leader. But I'm kind of at a point where I'm tired of fighting. I have my investments, I'll have 2 retirements, I have disability, which would more than cover my bills on a monthly. I've traveled the world in the military and as a teacher. I have a passport, big plus, right? I've worked in construction, mostly while I was in the military. I did a lot of plumbing and some other things. So I'm handy, another plus. I'm educated, somewhat smart, I would assume. Not that education makes you smart, but I have a lot of education to go along with it. And if I were chosen, I would resign from my current position and head to Panama this summer. I spent 2 years in Panama, so I'm familiar with the area. I also would bring a friend and a son along who love to sail and have taken me out, and they're really good at it. And he's already committed himself, so I'd be bringing him with me. I really would like to bring my son along with us too, to see if we could do it. So if you add my income and experience and my son's youth, we'd be able to fund and make all the repairs needed, as well as get the boat back in the water and sailing. Now, deep down, I want to take my son off the grid and show him there's more to life than video games and a job. My son is graduating from high school this year and has no idea what life is really like. I would bring him with me. I also think it would be fun to continue documenting our adventures. I could name my channel, my YouTube channel, Old Fart on the Freedom. How you like that one? I mean, thank you for this opportunity, people. And Plucky, I will always be a subscriber and a Patreon. I cannot wait to see your future endeavors. And good on you, mate. Thank you for your time, and I can't wait to meet you someday.
Plucky, you mad bastard. It's the fucking Troopster again. I've got a brilliant idea. When I get the boat back to Australia, I'm going to change the name. Theft and Vagabonds. Fuck yeah. And I'm going to start myself a YouTube channel all about sailing and shit. Sailing adventures. Like on me boat with a hot clickbait partner doing sailing stuff, fixing stuff, sailing stuff, water activities, and I'm going to get a pet monkey and a pet greyhound. I'm going to get a saddle for the greyhound that fits the monkey, and I'm going to send them to the shops for supplies and shit, like maybe get a kite surfer for the monkey, and if we run out of money, I can turn the monkey into a drug mule. Yeah. No one's going to expect a monkey to be running drugs. And if they cotton on, how are they going to catch them? The monkey's on a f***ing greyhound.
Okay, how are you, Peter? Hi there, how are you, Peter? I'm Andy, and I'm here in Nahuelhuapi Lake, Patagonia, Argentina, the southest part of the world, man. We are freezing our asses here. But I'm here to tell a story because I want your boat. The story is about how I fell in love with sailing. And it happened like 6 years ago. I went to Europe, especially to learn how to sail. So I met this guy, an Italian guy named Fabio. And talking to him, he invited me to go to Gibraltar, Spain, to get his boat, who was been working in the Caribbean for 5 years. And I said, yes, man, of course. But he said, Andy, we have no motor, we have no autopilot, we have no dinghy, we have no freezer, we have no satellite phone, have no spinnaker, and no gennaker. A 44 catch, and the main sails at Genoa, and that's it. So I didn't know nothing about sailing at the time, so I said, yes, I'll go anyway. And that was a good decision, because was a very long trip. It took us 19 days to go from Spain to Rome. A little bit longer than it should, but we have severe difficulties. I learned a lot, man, in that trip. I had to steer in 24/7. I passed the storms, long days of no winds. We almost get killed by a ferry between Corsica and Sardinia, and we had to do our entry to Rome almost without the rudder. So everything that could happen just happened. was wonderful, and I never quit. Since then, I just fall in love with the sailing. I cannot imagine my life without sailing. So my wife and I want to go to sail the world, and this is our dream. We are preparing this for a couple years now. I come back to Argentina. I get my license. So, short story long. What I'm saying is, I need your boat, man. I live in a third world country. Buy a boat like that for me is almost impossible. Okay, Peter, this is the story. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope I get a boat. We're gonna sail the world. Cheers, man. No. Queremos tu bote, Peter.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm a captain. And a cook. And a fishing woman. And a freediver. And a cleaner. I am an adventurer. I just helped my friends to sail their sailing boat, a Moody 45 monohull, over the Pacific Ocean from Panama, and we have landed ourselves in the beautiful French Polynesian island, French Marquesas, Fatuhiva. This is the Bay of Virgins. I'm looking to extend my sailing trip when I get home to Roatan, so I'm looking for a boat, and that could be your boat. Should be your boat. I'd like it to be your boat.
Hi, my name is Makanakai. I'm from the Big Island of Hawaii, and I'm almost 30. The last 5 years of my life have been the greatest struggle, and now that I've seen and experienced the very bottom of it, at this point the only way is up. I love sailing, and it's been part of my life for a very long time. And now that I'm picking up the pieces, I have a clear vision of how I want to wake up and spend my time every day. My dream is to have a sailing business here in Hawaii that allows people to experience what this culture is about. And from there, I want to sail the world. So I guess that means you want to hear my sailing story. So it started every summer as a child with 2-man CFJs. But I dreamed of going faster. So with the money saved, I bought a Hobie 16. It was so fast, I had a great time, but my family had to downsize, the boat had to go, and we moved. 4 years later, college was around the corner. And on this one family vacation, one joke about how funny it would be if I lived on a sailboat led to a phone call. And the next thing I knew, our friend had a sailboat for me. It was a 27-foot Coronado. I lived on that for a little less than a year. Then right around winter, all my books got wet, all my blankets got moldy. And I said, okay, I'm done with that. It's gotta go. Thinking quickly though, I made a new table, I painted the outside, sold the boat, and with that money, I went to go look for my next one. It's kind of funny, but 2 weeks before my second year of college, my dad called me and he stumbled across a sailboat that had been sitting for over 20 years and didn't run. But after one quick look, I knew this was the boat for me. It was beautiful. It had a kitchen, it was just big inside, and it was exciting for me. I spent the next 4 amazing years on this sailboat, sailing into sunset, sailing away from storms, losing my prop off of Catalina Island, burning a few holes in the front sail because someone wanted a cappuccino on our trip, and all of this while going to college. Most importantly, I learned so many skills from my dad, We actually formed an incredible relationship that we didn't have before. Once college was over in 2017, my career in architecture took center stage. The sailboat sadly had to go, and my dream quickly faded. And without realizing it until years later, it was the thing that was keeping me balanced and quite literally alive. Things really went downhill from there. I'm incredibly ambitious and I love to take a good risk. So I started a landscaping company, and it did really well until it didn't. And when it didn't, it took my money, my place to live, and all of my possessions that I couldn't fit in a couple of suitcases. With nowhere left to go and entirely fatigued at couch surfing, I called up my parents, and next thing I knew, I was on the plane home. And I got here about 4 months ago. These past couple of months, I've been staring out the window at my incredibly dull office job, just dreaming of life back on the water. Your channel and your content have really sparked the joy back into my life. So thank you. And thank you so much for listening.
Well, that's about it for the first bunch. So let me know in the comments who should be numero uno. Well, just numero uno for this heat, and they will get advanced to the final. Now, I ought to point out that there is no second prize. I wish I had 10 boats to give away, and well, that would make it so much easier. But I don't. There was someone that actually said, oh, I want to give my boat away too. And I said, hey, bring it on. But they sadly declined. Anyway, good luck, good people, and check out the next episode for the next heats. I'll see you then.